And welcome back everyone to Not Some Developments, and in today's video we're making the highly requested knife view model tutorial. Basically, we're making a fully functional karambit knife from nothing, from scratch, from just a base plate. We're gonna go over a simple tutorial. I mean, this is a little bit of a longer one, but it's very simple. I give you all of the code, all of the folders. All you have to do is make a simple view model and then animate a simple attack, and you're going to have a fully functional FPS view model of a karambit knife. If you like this video, please like and subscribe because I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers and I'll be giving away 5,000 Robux to 5 lucky people, so 1,000 Robux each. And let's go ahead and get into the video. And I'm gonna just start off this tutorial by literally starting from scratch, creating a brand new base plate. And I'm gonna just quickly save it so that my progress doesn't get lost. I'm gonna name this knife tutorial. You don't have to make like a brand new game. I'm just doing this so it doesn't mix with my other games that I'm currently working on. I'm just gonna let it load. Okay, so as you can see, we have a brand new base plate with literally nothing, and I'm just doing this so you see that I'm starting from scratch and making this knife. And if it doesn't work for you, it's probably just because you misspelled or missed something. This tutorial is going to have 3 main parts. First of all, you're going to have your download of the files, the code, and just importing everything. I won't make you actually like code stuff. I'm just gonna provide the code for you. You're just place where it belongs, and that should be fine. Then we're gonna have a model creation where you're actually going to make the knife view model that basically includes the karambit and the arms. And then for the third, I'm gonna just make a quick attack animation since I can't share those with you since IDs are private to the user, and then you guys always comment down the animation doesn't work for you. Yes, that's because you have to make it by yourself. Okay, now that I summarized the video for you guys, you're going to start the tutorial by first of all importing the folders and the code. So in the description below this video, you can go ahead and find a link to my Discord server, and under the downloadable files tab you're going to find a knife page, and here you're going to notice 2 folders, a knife folder and a knife HUD, and then you're going to see 2 scripts. So you're going to start off by simply clicking download on both of these codes, going back to your game, and then opening up your files, and you should see them looking like this. You're literally just going to go ahead and select them both and just drop them in your game, and you should see 5 folders pop up, right? 5 folders and a HUD. So you have 5 folders and the HUD tab. Now you're going to quickly take all of these, select them, and then drop them into where it says replicated replicated storage. Take them, drop them in, and you should see events, modules that already has a karambit setting script in it. I'm going to explain this later. You're going to see a sound, which just has the slash sound for your karambit knife, and a view models folder. This is where your view model is going to go once we make it. And then this HUD thingy that we imported as well, you're going to go ahead and drag it where it says starter GUI. So take this, starter GUI, and HUD should have these 3 in it, and you should see karambit semi 3030 appear. Now that we're done importing things, we're gonna add some code. So we're going to quickly open up our server script service. This one, click plus, add a script, not local script, just script. And you're going to go back to the Discord and see the code that says server in the so knife server code. Copy the name of this, go ahead, go back to your game, and then rename the script to match the code. So go ahead, paste knife server code, go ahead and clean up the actual script, go back and don't just copy this, click like whole, expand it. right? And now you're just going to, from the very top, go ahead, scroll, copy everything. So copy, back to your game, and paste. And you should have about 124 lines of code. And I'm gonna explain what everything here does later in the video once we're done with the knife. And then we're going to go and import our other code, which is going to be in our starter player scripts, not character, player scripts. Here and here you're gonna add a local script. Make sure it's local and not a normal script. Now do the same thing we did with the other one. So go ahead, copy the name, copy, go back to your game here, quickly rename it, enter, clear this up, go back, expand. And this one's very long, so make sure you copy every single line. So from the top to the bottom, copy, back to the game, paste it in, and you should have about 641 lines of code. Now that we're done with our code, this is all of the code we need and all of the files that we need. Now we're going to move to, obviously, stage 2, which is creating the Karambit view model, which is the actual knife. So quickly open up your toolbox and then search for something like view model. I'm going to just use this one. This will work perfectly. And then I'm looking for a Karambit. So Karambit, search, and I'm going to use this one. And if you want a closer look, this is what it should look like. So the one for my thumbnail. So now all we have to do is just make this view model, put it together so it holds. You're gonna go ahead and start off by just modifying your view model a little bit. You're going to go ahead and delete the humanoid. You're going to rename the camera bone into fake camera. And you're going to scroll down, find where it says transparency, change this to 1 because you don't want that part to be seen. And now you're quickly going to just make sure you can click the top, click shift on your keyboard and click the bottom to select everything. You're going to make sure that your can collide is off for everything. And then you're going to also find where it says cast shadow. Right here, turn this part off because you don't want any shadows. And then the only part that should have anchored on is the humanoid root part. Everything else should have the anchored off. That's it for the arms. Now we're going to move to our actual knife. Well, actually, we're going to rename this into Karambit. And make sure you spell this correctly. If you mess up Karambit, it will just not show up later on. So we're done with that. Now quickly open up the actual knife. It's this one. And you're going to quickly rename all of the parts. So I'm going to just say handle. Then ring. And then blade. Amazing. And once again, quickly go ahead and just select all of them. And, oh wait, no, like this. Select everything. Make sure that once again, you turn off your can collide. And then make sure it's not anchored. So not anchored, not can collide. And then if you can find cast shadow, that should be off too. Just like that. Now we're going to quickly go ahead and position this where we want it to be. So I like it to be a little bit bigger than it would be in real life, just because I want the player to kind of enjoy the view model. So use the little rotate, make sure rotate and move are off, and then you're gonna Well, actually, I'm going to use this one. Here. Here. Basically, I'm just positioning it to where I want it to be when you play the game. And you can obviously look it up on the internet how people actually hold this. Or like, for example, my favorite example, how CSGO does it. Actually, we're going to do one quick thingy. Select both of these. And then just bring them up so the ground doesn't get in the way. And then I do kind of like how this knife is positioned, but I do want it to touch the hand. Definitely, and I kind of want to scale it up. I usually like the handle to be the same size as the hand, or just about so. I like that, that's about right. And I'm just going to quickly just position it. Actually, no, because the fingers goes in here, so I'm going to scale it down a little bit. Okay, that's perfect right there. Great. Okay. Now we're going to obviously, actually not obviously, but take the karambit, throw it into the view model, click this, and then ungroup it. Now you should have these three parts spread out in the view model, which basically will just allow you to move everything as a whole, right? So now we're going to do kind of like the most annoying part of the video, where we actually have to set the arms where we want them to be while the player's playing. So for this, we're going to use a plugin called Camera Locker. It's free, and I'll link it down below under this video. So basically what it will do is just allow us to look through player's camera without having to start the game. And I'm going to show it to you later. So first of all, obviously we're going to select, so you can hold control on your keyboard to actually do this. Click, then control, and then select every part of the knife and the right arm, because that's what is the most important here. The player's holding the knife, so, and I'm just gonna rotate it where I believe the player would hold it. And again, you can use pictures from real life to kind of compare, but I'm just gonna kind of freeball it. So, and I like to turn it in a lot because I want to display the actual knife and not the arm. So I think this is good. And then I'm gonna move this like way closer, so up, down. Let's test it out. So click fake camera, plug in camera locker. You get to look at the knife. I'm gonna move it just a little more to the left, and I'm gonna go quick right now because this just is kind of annoying and there isn't much to explain here. So basically you're just setting this in the position where you would want the player to see it. So I think that's good. Check it. Okay, just for the sake of the tutorial, I'm gonna leave it right here. Now we're gonna quickly just fix this left arm that's kind of just in the way. So left arm, model, rotate. And I kind of want it to be similar to this one, just so it doesn't look weird. Here, here. Maybe a little turn here. And now literally I'm just gonna move it out of the way, but not to where it's completely gone. So I think right here should be fine. And again, I'm gonna just quickly test this by going fake camera, plug in camera locker. Okay, just for the sake of the tutorial, I know that's a bit low, but it's fine. It's fine, you know. Might just move it up just a tiny bit. Okay, cool. Now we're going to do the rigging process, which is kind of complicated, but As long as you pay attention, you should get this part right. So I'm going to be using a Rig Edit Lite. Again, free plugin in the description of this video. You can just add it to your game. Very easy. You're going to select your karambit, click Rig Edit Lite. Under fake camera, oh wait, no. Under humanoid root part, you're going to have these three. Select all of them. And then click reset joints. This will just set the joints back into proper position. And then you're going to go to handle and delete all of these old ones that you're not going to use anymore. So go ahead and delete those. Now, before we actually create more joints, I want to do one important thing. Exit the rigger for a second, and you're going to add a couple of just empty parts. So model part, you want to set this size of this part to just 0.1 by 0.1 by 0.1. This tiny little dot. Basically, these are going to be your damage parts, aim parts, and main part that holds everything together. So you're going to start off by, I'm going to make this the damage part. I'm going to place this right at the tip of the knife. Right there. Okay. All right. Fix that real quick. Okay, cool. Little square, tip of the knife. This is where the damaging is going to come from. And I'm going to explain it obviously later on. And then I'm going to take this part. I'm going to duplicate it once. And then move it into the handle. And then into the arm to where it is no longer visible. It is inside the hand. That is going to be the part that holds the whole view model together, or the main. And then I'm actually going to do another thing. I'm going to look for, again, this part. Click duplicate. And then that duplicated part, I'm going to set into the same position as the fake camera. So here, position, copy that. And then this new part, position, paste. That didn't work. Copy. That's it. Now the part is inside of our fake camera. Quickly, this part right here, rename it to aim part. Make sure it's spelled the same exact way as I did here. And then again, quickly, transparency, 1, make it invisible. Cool. This part, the one that's in the hand, is called main. So main, that's it. Save that. Make sure it's spelled the same exact way. And then this very last one is called muzzle. Don't ask why, but I took it off one of my guns, so still works. Make sure it's spelled the same. And again, both of these parts should be, so just you can select all of like 2 of them. Go to transparency. Both are invisible. Great. Now, these 3 parts, go ahead, select all of them. Move them into the karambit. Now they're part of the view model. And now we can finally start actually rigging this plugin, Rig Edit Lite. First of all, you're going to go ahead and open wherever it says fake camera. And then click on it, hold Control on your keyboard. Go to aim part, create a joint. So that will hold those 2 together. Now go to humanoid root part, open it up. Click this, hold Control, go to wherever it says main, right? Click main. Again, create a joint. 4 joints there. And now click main. And then you're gonna again hold Control and then select like the rest stuff like muzzle. You're gonna select handle, ring, blade, Mm, that's it. So create joints, right? Oh, also I forgot muzzle. So muzzle, create joints. That's it. So 5 joints there, 4 joints there, 1 joint there. Your rigging is complete. This is done view model. It is perfectly working. Now that your view model is complete, make sure, I actually forgot to mention something. The 3 little parts we added, right? The aim part, main, and muzzle. Please go ahead and make sure that, where is it? The can collider's off, and then they don't cast shadows. If you don't do this, it will keep hitting your own character. Now we're going to quickly test this out. So take your view model, go ahead, duplicate it, take the copy, replicated storage, and replicated storage, put it into view models, run the game. And what you should see is that it sticks to your player. When you jump, run, it still shouldn't hit, it shouldn't do anything, but it does stick. And now we're going to just quickly make a simple attack animation, which will make our game work, because the current error is that when we attempt to hit, it just won't pick that up. So close the errors, exit the rig edit light, go ahead, open up model, oh wait, not model, avatar, animation editor, and select Karambit. You should see it appear right here. You're gonna name this animation Karambit hit, whatever, doesn't really matter. Click the little plus icon, add all body. This will literally just add every single component of your Karambit. And then I'm gonna expand this so I have more space to work with. Now move the cursor, or whatever this line's called, like 2 places. We're still gonna stretch it out later. And then I like to animate from kind of where the player would be seeing it. So here, so I kind of get a better idea of what animation looks like. Select main, hold shift, and all the way down to right arm. So these are the parts that I selected. And then for our strike, I'm going to rotate the knife. Oh shit, hold on. I'm going to quickly rotate the knife out forward and up, as if he was hitting kind of in a slicing manner there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and move it forward right about there. So that's gonna be our first half of the attack. And then I'm gonna have him flip the knife over and strike back. And I'm gonna do it after 3 spots. So move it 3, and then quickly rotate the hand. These wheels are so annoying. Rotate the hand over like this, right? And then have it slice this way for the attack. Okay. And then actually for this, I know it doesn't really make sense in real life, but for the game, sometimes you want to move the knife kind of out forward, which I'm actually going to do. I'm quickly going to move it right here. I know this isn't realistic, right? But you do want the player to really enjoy having the knife. Oh, wait. Here. Right there. Basically, what this does is when the animation plays, the knife is always visible, right? And then I'm just going to bring the knife back to the original position where we started. So select this, copy selected, move, I'd say like 3 frames, and then just paste that in. And then this is in milliseconds, so I'm going to quickly select this and make the whole attack somewhere around 10 milliseconds long, I think, and then just see what I got. That is way too fast, so let's move it to 15 and see. So as you can see, we have a strike out, turn over, and like a hit. And it's really fast again, so I'm just gonna make it, I don't know, let's try 19. Okay, I like that. But let's make it 20 so it's an even number. So 20 milliseconds. So pretty simple strike animation, looks good. Go ahead and click the 3 dots, publish to Roblox. Karambit hit. I don't really change anything in this. Click save. And now, very important, you see this ID here? Click copy. If you don't, it's so hard to find it later on. You'll have to probably just republish the animation. So I copied that ID. Now you can close out of your animator. This doesn't matter anymore. So you should also see, after you do the animation, in your server storage, you should see RBX animations appear. So if you open this, you should have this just come up. It's brand new. Now we're actually going to plug our animation in. So in replicated storage, in modules, you're going to find the Karambit settings. And here you can see a bunch of useless kind of stuff. What you're looking for is fire anim, which is actually the attack animation. So instead of this code, you're going to paste the one that you just made, right? So as you can see, I'm pasting a new one in. And then you don't need to change any of these. You could later on, but in this video, we're just focused on our attack. So now let's actually go ahead and swap our new Karambit, the one that has an animation editor, duplicate it, go to, again, replicated storage, shove it into view models, and delete the old one, right? And go ahead and play the game. And you should have your knife appear, and then when you hit, you should hear a sound. You should see a knife swing. And then let's quickly check for any errors. So here you're gonna go output, and as you can see, there is no errors. So that means your knife is fully functional. We're gonna go ahead and add a rig. Let's do just a simple block rig, right? Whoa. Why did it come up on my screen? So here, I have a simple lock rig, and then I'm also gonna add my own avatar. Okay, perfect. So let's play and quickly test the knife. So come up close, hit. He dies one shot, and then you can actually hold the mouse button for a continuous hit. And as you can see in the bottom right corner, it says infinite ammo, obviously because it's a knife. So come up, hit. I'm quickly going to explain how the hit system works, just for those of you who are interested. So basically, when you use the hit function, the knife is going to set up a shoot system, basically how they have in guns, and will shoot an on-server event where remember the little muzzle piece that we added to like the very tip of your knife right here? See that little square? Right there, you're going to literally create a 5x5x3 basically box of death, basically, which is transparent. So let's say I quickly get rid of it, and I made it in really red just so you actually see the box. So basically what's happening behind the scenes is every time you strike, there is a box appearing for approximately like a third of a second, and anything in that box is damaged. So if I come up, for example, here, and as you can see, I'm not touching the player, but as soon as he hits the red box, he dies. And you can actually edit the amount of damage that you're doing by, in your Karambit settings, if you scroll down right here, you have the damage. So 100 is everywhere. Body shot, you can have it separate for headshots and body shots, but I have it set to this, just because that's what I want it to be. And so that's basically it. You have a fully functioning knife that, obviously, once again, is a working view model. It has an animation. You can actually aim it kind of a little bit. It will zoom in, and then works great. If you appreciate or like this tutorial, please like, subscribe. These do take a lot of time, and I'm almost at 1,000 followers, so you don't want to miss out on the 5,000 Robux giveaway. If you want to be a part of that, go ahead and subscribe, like the video. And in the next video, I'll probably make a animation for a knife, so you'll be able to kind of twist it and look at it like I have pasted in right here. And hope you're able to replicate this tutorial and it was fun for you. And so see you in the next one.